So let's talk about Ondo coin. This is a coin that I have not covered that much in depth in the past, so I'm going to touch on its fundamentals a little bit. I have covered its fundamentals in the past, but somehow everyone is talking about Ondo, Ondo, Ondo. I have covered this on January 2025, just a few weeks ago, but I'm going to touch on its fundamentals so you guys are clear on what you're dealing with. Ondo is right now sitting at $1.1 right now. And this would be my first and last time covering its fundamentals because I'm not here to save anyone. You all can go and lose your money. I'm just here to share the direction of the project, but not to educate you. But let's talk about the education part. Ondo, like every other project that has hype behind it, it got famous because Grayscale came and invested in it. Grayscale is one of the most horrible institutions out there. They're not as bad as BlackRock, that's at the highest level, but Grayscale has a strategy. They always use human beings, you guys as investors, as exit liquidity. They always buy bottom, then they create hype, then they bring every monkey to the market. So they keep on buying and they keep on selling. So it's a flip of hand. They take their portfolio, they give it to you and tell you that this is gold, keep on holding to this shit and we are going to go. You can look at how they invested in Bitcoin. You pick out their ETF investment in Bitcoin from previous, from start of the ETF and take a look at it until now. They have done only one thing 90% of the time, and that is selling. Why? Because they are like that. It's not that it's something bad. They are there for themselves. So what is the main problem with Ondo? Main problem of Ondo is inflation. It is a copy of Arbitrum. Right now, Ondo has 250% of inflation all of a sudden, just like that. I'll show it to you in the graph. If you look at it, Ondo was sitting at $2 or something in December. This is December, just a second. Yeah, December 2024. If you look at the price, it was $2 something. Now it's sitting at $1. You can see there is a clear decline of 50%. If you go from $1 to $2, that's a 100% move. This is a crazy drop of 50%, but that is not how it is in the market cap. If we look at the market cap, it has a fucking increase of 5 billion. It went from 1 billion. This is your 1 billion. It went to $5 billion. Why? Because this thing is inflated as shit. Right now, even after all this drop and stuff, it's sitting at 3.72 billion. This thing saw one straightforward increase of circulation. They had a circulation of 1 billion Ondos. They released 2 point something more, and right now their circulation is 3.16 billion Ondo tokens. And this is not it. They have a total circulation, or they have a total supply of 10 billion, which means that over the passage of time, this project is going to turn from horrible to the shittiest project of all time. You can look at Filecoin or ICP or anything that went from 430, 460 to $2. It is going to have that kind of achievement as Ondo goes to 2 cents, 1 cent. Of course, it will take time. Right now, you can come and attack. Feel free. I'll block you anyway. I don't take shit from anyone. But the thing is that if you look at its inflation, it has a crazy inflation right off the bat. And sadly, it is going to inflate by 300% every year. So if we look at its overall unlocking of tokens, it is massive. Every year is going to get worse and worse. If we look at just this as a structure in form of a map, I'll just show it to you in the form of a picture. That way you will easily see and understand. Then we will go to the graph and we will have your sweet lullaby, and then you can be happy that okay, you are invested in a project that Liberty Finance has fooled you in buying, or Grayscale, whoever is your daddy out there that is making you invest in it. This is the current case scenario. You see this rise? This is the rise in the number of tokens. It had this much tokens, and now look at the size. And this is going to be your next year. This is going to be the year after that. And this is where the overall 10 billion tokens are released. This project has no hope until and unless somehow people leave Bitcoin alone and they say we all are going to invest in Ondo. You cannot push it. In simple math, it's very easy to understand. If you required $10,000 to go to $2 before, now you're going to require $30,000 to go to that same $2. Arbitrum is a living example of it. I have told you about it over and over again. At the time of release of TIA, I told everyone and every bloody idiot, and still they went after TIA and they lost all their money to it. And TIA was not this crazy. It was not as crazy as Arbitrum. Arbitrum increased their supply by 200%. TIA only doubled it. It was 100% inflation, and look at what happened to TIA. I told everyone that inflation is real. It kills every project. Some projects have slow inflation, like Dogecoin has 10,000 coins created every day. Solana has a 2 to 3% inflation every year. In the long run, these projects are going to die, but the thing is, they're not going to die right now or in next 2-3 years. But these projects like Ondo, TIA, Arbitrum is an amazing project. Super duper great project, but the problem is that the tokenomics is so bad. Such a great project cannot do so good on the graph because its tokenomics is fucking it up. Same is the case scenario here with Ondo. You're done with Ondo. Your days with Ondos are kind of done. They have released their supply and they have increased it by more than 200%. So now you're going to require way more money that was in comparison to what you had invested in the past. If somehow you can go and create hype and bring in new jokers to invest in it and sit in it, and so you could leave, yeah, it can go up. Otherwise, I wouldn't trust it. I would assume only one thing from Ondo, and that would be the downward direction. Now let's talk about the TA. Let's go back to TA. I have done enough discussion on this thing. So Ondo has a neckline at $1. As long as $1 continues to hold, you can expect Ondo to go towards $1.4. The reason I'm sharing bigger targets and not smaller targets, because there is a possibility I might not cover Ondo again. So I'm just letting you know in advance. The reason for $1 is because this is one top and this is a second top. I'm ignoring this thing as an anomaly. I'm using this one as your neckline. So it has a double top structure, which is a bearish structure. This is on a daily, and your $1 is the neckline. If it loses $1, then I would expect Ondo to first drop towards 80 cents and then towards 60 cents. That is going to be your case scenario for Ondo. Other than that, after it goes towards 60 cents, if we talk about on weekly, from there things are going to get interesting because it already has one top. It will come and create another top, this Burj Khalifa pattern that you see. Then this 60 cents will be your neckline. If it loses this neckline for more than 2 weeks, then Ondo will be on a journey towards 17 cents. And of course, if we give it some weeks, like 40 to 60 weeks time, we will be there, and then I'll come back and update you. And that's Ondo for you. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions or I have touched on a topic and you expect me to explain a bit more, I'll try my best to explain that to you in the comments. Leave a comment, and I'm not going to tell you to like and subscribe, because if you're not interacting with the video or if you're not subscribed, you're not going to see all the 10 videos that I make every day. You're going to miss out on it, and I think you are educated enough to understand what to subscribe and what not to, because if you want to miss out on it, then why not? It's for your own good, and you should know better what is good for you.